Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah. It's so exciting to be doing this video today. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on the play button. My name is Esther Aketwame. I'm also known as Estilo Jane, and this is my channel. I'm a student. I'm currently a PhD student. I'm getting a degree in communication, and I have been here for a while. I also got my master's degree here in the US, and I enjoy making videos like this, trying to help people navigate the system and understand some things, especially as new international students. Some things might feel overwhelming, so it's nice to get some information out there and help people transition better. For the oldies in the house, thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking around, even though these videos are supposed to be a weekly thing, but with school the weekly thing might not really be very possible, but I try as much as possible to update this channel regularly. Today, I'm going to be talking about some do's and don'ts that you should take note of as a new international student. In fact, it's not just new international students, okay? Some people have been here for a while and they still don't know some of these things. Now, this is like based on experiences and some things that I've learned from discussions with other people. So I'm not saying this is everything you should know, but these are some of the things that I feel like you should know. Okay, so let's get on with the list. First things first, if you are here for school as an international student, please try not to drop out, okay? Go to school. You don't want a situation where you drop out and then you become illegal. It's not funny, okay? You don't want to be in that space, okay? Being in that space kind of makes you desperate. So an education is vital, it's very important. It gives you opportunities, it opens doors for you. So you should actually take advantage of the opportunity to get educated. Do you get like, if you're here for school, try to go to school. If you get to a point where you feel like you can't financially sustain school anymore, there are options. Okay, you could transfer to a college of education, which is cheaper. You could apply for scholarships, and then there's another option where you can work more than 20 hours legally outside of school, and that requires permission from your international office, and that's something that I would likely cover in the next video. So okay, so I'm going to be talking about ways in which you can make money outside of the regular 20 hours of study. Basically, try and stay in school, okay? You might get here and you might meet people who are going to convince you and say, oh, school is not important, you don't really need to. At the end of the day, it's up to you. You're an adult, you can make your own decision. I just feel like it's better to stay in school if you're actually here for school. Also, you should be open to learning new things. One significant thing about studying abroad is that you get to meet new people, you get to experience new cultures. When I was in Nigeria, I didn't visit any other country outside of Nigeria. In fact, like, I didn't even visit like very many states. The only time I went to the north of Nigeria was because of NYSC. So for those who aren't Nigerians, NYSC is the National Youth Service Corps. That's where you have to do like a compulsory 1 year service, and you're taken to different parts of the country. So that's like the only time I went to the north. So I didn't even travel much. I didn't know about other African cultures. So it was really interesting to mix up with people and learn new things. In fact, I assumed that all Africans were comfortable with eating spicy food, but then I had a friend from Kenya who couldn't eat like the smallest amount of pepper. Like, if you put pepper in her food, and I was just looking like, are you sure you're African? Like, are you really sure you're African? And then I realized that yes, we're all Africans, but we have different cultures, and then also mixing up with the Americans. I've learned a few things about their culture, and it's actually been interesting. Teaching them about my culture and learning about their culture has been interesting, actually. So I'm saying, just be open to like learning new things, getting to know people. All right, it's not just about you, it's not just about your classes. Yes, you're here for education, but you should also culturally educate yourself. Like, it's nice to like learn new things. And another thing I would say is, It's very easy to want to mix up with your own only, like you only want to mix up with other international students, or you only want to mix up with other Nigerians or other people from your country if you're not Nigerian, because it's safe, right? They understand you, they know you better. You only want to eat jollof rice, you know. Why that is nice, because you know it kind of helps you connect with home. It gives you that connection with home, and it helps to reduce the homesickness. Why that is really nice. It's also advisable that you mix up with other people, you know. Try and get to know them. You don't even know when these relationships are going to be useful to you. Okay, I've mixed up with people from other cultures who have been really helpful, down to like getting accommodation or applying for internships, or you know, going out together and having fun experiences. It's just been nice. So as much as it's easy for you to like want to stay in that safe space, it's advisable for you to have, you know, people that you're comfortable with. Of course, just try as much as possible to step out of your comfort zone sometimes and mix up with people from another culture. It's going to be an interesting experience. You learn new things. You would make connections that will possibly come in handy in future. So do not shrink, do not step back. You know, when you see someone who is different, you're like, "Ah, I would rather just stay with my own." It is very possible that that would happen, but just try to mix up. I think I'll just cover like 5 things in this video so it's not too long, and then I'll probably do a follow-up video to this. But another thing that you should know of is stop converting bills. Like, stop converting bills. You want to buy yam, they tell you that yam is $10, and you're like, eh? So that means it's like, for example, now you say, so in Nigeria that means it's like how much? 7,500 naira for one tuber of yam, one small chicken tuber of yam, and then you won't buy it. Forgetting that your earning power is different. Okay, you're earning differently. You are getting paid in dollars. So why is it that when you want to spend, you are now calculating your spending in naira? Like, it's where you are, that's where you find yourself. Like, buying things from the African store is more expensive. They have to import these things and all of that. So if you keep converting, you will not buy yamo, you will not eat your African food, you will not buy oporoko, you know, you will not really flex, because every time you're like converting, like, ah, this is not supposed to be like this. Just consider the fact that you're earning differently. So you're in a different place now. It's going to be hard to stop that temptation of converting each time. But if you actually want to like be more comfortable and enjoy yourself, you might just have to stop converting all the time. Also, this is a very important thing. Do not be in a hurry to change your accent. Okay? These people understand you with your accent. As long as you're speaking good English, you are being clear, they understand you. And you understand them. You don't see them trying to change their accent to talk to you. So why do you feel like the first thing you should do is change your accent? And like, it's so interesting because sometimes you're talking to your friends from home and they're like, your accent has not changed. Why should it change? It's an important part of your identity. Now, this is not to criticize people who have decided to like change their accent. It is actually up to you. I'm just saying, do not be in a hurry. If it's something that you are not interested in, you don't have to like succumb to peer pressure. You don't have to give in to peer pressure. If it's something you're not interested in, fine. If it's something that you're interested in, some people just like it. They like the accent, like it appeals to them. Go for it if that's what you like. But if it's something that you're not interested in, then do not give in to peer pressure. Like, as long as you're speaking clearly, you're fine. Okay? Personally, I like my accent, and I believe it's a vital part of my identity, and so I enjoy holding on to my accent, and I've not had troubles with it. Like, I basically just speak clearly and people understand me, and they also speak clearly and I understand them. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. But what I'm saying is, if you are not interested in changing your accent, stay with your accent. Now, before we end this video, there's one more tip that I want to give you. Stop discouraging people from traveling, okay? Because it was hard for you, because it was difficult for you, you go about telling people, don't try it, oh, don't travel, oh, just stay in your country. Everybody's experience is not going to be the same thing. And look at you now, you are fine. You went through the struggles and now you are fine. So allow people to go through the struggles and they'll be fine themselves. People have their stories to tell. People have had different experiences with traveling. So why do you think it's in your place to go about telling people not to travel for international education because to you it wasn't easy? Everybody's grace is different, everybody's path is different. So it's not up to you to discourage people from traveling. If you can help them, help them. If you can give them advice, or tell them things that you wish you had known when you came, that would actually be helpful. You really don't have to start telling people, oh, what they don't tell you about this, let me tell you, this is what you don't know. It is hard though, it is difficult though. There are difficulties in every country, okay? So instead of discouraging them, you can give them advice on how to navigate things when they come. So you have experienced this and you can make it easier for the next person coming. Okay, so those are some of the things that I wanted to cover in this video. There are still lots of things that I would like to discuss, but I just like to keep the videos short and simple. As it is, this video is kind of long already, safe. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I would make a follow-up video, and I appreciate you being consistent on my channel. I appreciate the likes, I appreciate the comments, I appreciate you subscribing. Okay, remember to share this video, remember to tell your friends about this channel, and I'll see you in my next video.